Okay, that show was pretty decent, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite out of all the Disney Plus Marvel shows.
May not be the best, but at least it had superhero drama compared to WandaVision.
I don't really have much to complain because I don't really know Moon Knight's character.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Moon Knight, which is like a bad quality, because I've never read the comics. Well, I guess the good quality about this show is that compared to shows like WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, Hawkeye, and Miss Marvel, they made the show pretty dark. And that's good, because that fits perfectly for his character. Especially because Moon Knight is a little bit of a Batman knockoff.
Yeah, about that.
One thing I do want to ask is Moon Knight a mummy type of character? I always thought he was a ninja type of character. I mostly thought that because he is a little bit of a Batman knockoff that he would be a vigilante, only he dresses like a moon, not a bat. Okay, this may sound like a Batman ripoff, but I think the scene where he made his cape look like a moon was totally cool.
I agree. It looked pretty cool.
I think my favorite character in this entire show was Khonshu. And why is that? I mean, he's not a dragon. No, but he sounds a lot like me. Of course he does. One thing I didn't really like is that for most of the show, we only get to see Moon Knight as either Mark Spector or Stephen Grant. We barely get to see him in his Moon Knight form. Speaking of Stephen Grant, was he in the comics? Because I have never heard of Mr. Knight. I don't even know what's the point of Mr. Knight.
I agree. Mr. Knight was nothing but a goofy joke.
Yeah, I'll agree with you three. There is no point of Mr. Knight.
I'm not afraid to admit the fourth and the fifth, mostly the fifth episode, were pretty boring. Yeah, I'll agree. There were barely any action or fight scenes in them. Yeah, the fifth episode is just filled with backstories, and the characters going through so many different doors through so many different backstories. And I thought Stephen Grant was gonna die at the end of the fifth episode, but when you watch the sixth episode, apparently not.
I still want to know how he survived being frozen by the Sea of Sand or whatever it's called.
Maybe it's because he is Mr. Knight.
I guess. And the reason Mark Spector survived it is probably because he is Moon Knight. They should just both be Moon Knights at this point. Mr. Knight is useless. I also didn't really find the villain entertaining. Yeah, especially because of that pointless scene where he puts pieces of broken glass in his shoes. And when he wears them, that looked painful. I mean, seriously, how does he not feel that pain?
I'm guessing that makes him intimidating.
By putting glass on his feet? Yeah, that makes sense.
And the villain himself barely does anything either.
And he was defeated so easily.
Yeah, I'll agree. The villain was pretty disappointing.
But other than that, the show was pretty good.
I agree. Oscar Isaac did a great job playing the character. Characters, technically, because he plays Mark Spector and Stephen Grant. And Jake Lockley at the end of the final episode. Anyways, I think that'll be it for the review. I'm gonna rate this show a 7 out of 10. And now, let's find out what show we're gonna review next.
The next show we'll be reviewing is...
Hawkeye. Cool. Looking forward to it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like. But if you like this channel, please subscribe. See you next time.